Oh, here we are.
We were there and then we were gone.
And then we were gone in a flash.
Here and gone all within a second. Amazing.
The story of our lives.
Yes. So what's a good word?
Pal, I started my evening, as you know, with a blood sugar crash. Let this be the educational moment of the Mosh Sez Conversations program. Don't take your insulin and then not eat anything.
You have to time it when you listen. I know nothing, so you'll be fully educating me on.
Yes,
but I will preference and start this whole conversation with you should have had the shakes on the show. Listen, we could have got a little more. That would have been. I don't know. You may have been like on the floor, and I would have been like, "Are you down there?" I can't see you.
Yeah. As the ratings go up.
That's the people what happened to Simon.
As soon as it started coming on, I should have texted you, "Hey, it's happening. Let's go live."
So again, I know nothing. So how does that work? Do you have to take your insulin and then eat, or?
Yeah. So I'm a really bad diabetic. My problem is not that I eat like junk or sweets, is that I don't eat enough. So I eat like one big meal a day, which is terrible. So I take. It's awful.
That's awful in general if you're a healthy person. Actually, you're not very healthy if that's all you're eating is one big meal a day. But I'm just saying it's not good.
And I am not exactly the picture of health. But I take my insulin in the morning and at nighttime. And usually I try to like take it and then have like a nectarine or some banana or something. And today I was just so blasé about it. I took it and then sat down and then fell asleep. And literally like 20 minutes before we went live, it just came on, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" It's like this sensation, like.
So, again, knowing nothing, if you like you said you took it and you fell asleep, is there a potential there of you falling asleep and not waking up?
Yeah, you can slip into a diabetic coma like that. Yeah.
That wouldn't make me happy. That would be very bad for me and just in life in general if you did that. So please.
I love you, pal. Well, I will tell Jenny, hey, in my wallet is a note that says, "Tell Chaz if I'm in a coma, come do the show at the house."
Tell Chaz to hurry up because
I don't know how much longer. I don't know how much longer.
One of those life alert things that says "Call Chaz."
Yeah.
You say "Call Chaz," he'll know what it means.
Yeah. Just put out the Chaz signal.
You need one of those. Oh, we need to get is one of those things where you click it because you've fallen and you can't get up.
Like the jitterbug.
Yeah, I took my insulin and didn't eat, and now I can't get up. That's what you need.
Yeah. SO or COS. Call Chaz, please. He knows what this means.
Yeah, he'll definitely 100% know. So just send smoke signals. He'll get it.
I have this gag that I told Jen years ago, and now it's true. I literally have a folded up piece of printer paper that says Jen did it in marker, and I tell her if anything happens to me, this is what they're gonna find in my wallet. Jen did it.
You're gonna take your pants off, and there's gonna be a little fold inside your underwear, and
yeah, Jen did it. We found the culprit, everyone. Case closed.
Just get it tattooed on your right butt cheek.
Dude, butt tattoos sound so painful.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know because it's a lot. There's no bone there. The tattoos hurt the most where there's bone.
Okay, so how many do you have, Jazz?
Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6.
Okay, so you do have more than 5.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I technically have 1, 2, 3. I mean, are we counting redos or just?
Yeah, I would count that.
Oh shit! So I have What's over here? So that's been done twice. This has been twice. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The spider's been done 11, 12. So like 13 or 14 in total if we're counting things being redone and touched up and stuff
And
like
you
that.
have the ones on your leg.
Like back
I was
here.
gonna say that's a really tender. There's no bone there, but that had to suck.
Yeah, so that counts as 3. Even though I
But
got
but how was that one, Chazzer?
that was bad. That wasn't bad. I mean,
It's
that's
right.
bad
It's
at all.
right there on the.
Yeah, no, but it's all. I have muscle there, Simon. It's not bone.
What is that like? What does that feel like?
This hurt right here.
Oh,
I get the thorns all the way around, and they literally got right here. And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of tender right there." Like, yeah, it's kind of tender. The rest of the way, he goes, "It gets even more tender as we get further." I go, "How about we just stop and make it look like it's coming out of the skin?"
yeah, yeah. No, and like, the ones on your legs, you have some like in bony areas down there, no? Or is it just like mostly the calf?
My the white zombie clown on the outside of my right leg, the hair comes around and it starts right almost right to the shin bone.
Oh my God.
That was very tender. But yeah, I think the most tender spot, I don't know if that's the term, the most tender area would be literally the people that get it on their spine. Goes right down.
Oh, what do you think about the rib tattoos?
Yeah, that's sore too.
That
I have a lot
yeah.
of in there, but still they still kind of stick out.
Oh
Yeah, that would be sore there too. And I would imagine right around the nipple would be sore.
Oh my God. You know what? Somehow I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna mention nipple tattoos. Oh,
nipple tat.
Nipple tat.
Yeah, nipple tat.
That would be my nickname in juvie.
The top of the foot's got to be sore.
Jen's got one there, and no thanks.
Yeah, that's got to be sore too, because there's no skin there. There's no meat. It's all bone.
I have 2 tattoos. I got them on the outside of my right ankle and my left ankle, but get this. I got them in 1999 when I was 13 in South America, and I was drunk off my ass.
13 in South America and drunk?
Yeah. So I don't remember what they felt like. I just know we were down there for my grandfather's funeral.
Hold on, back up. In South America and drunk. We need to hear more about this story. I mean,
we went down there for my grandfather's funeral, and it's like all bets are off down there. So my dad went to get like a memorial tattoo of my granddad, and while we were there was a bar right next door, and I was out gallivanting with my dad, and he gave me some money, and I went next door, and I looked like a grown-ass man at 13. You know, I had facial hair. And I just got sloshed. I stumbled back to the tattoo place, and the guy was like, "Hey, do you want a tattoo?" And I looked at my dad, and he was like, "Do you want one?" And I said, "Yeah." And this is the first time I'll ever admit in a public place. I have a Stone Cold Steve Austin skull on one leg, and I have the Undertaker symbol on the other leg.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna screenshot the look on your face when I just admitted that. I'm gonna save that face forever. Yeah. Yeah.
That's you right there.
Yeah, 13-year-old in the height of my markdom. Yeah, so that was it. And I don't remember what they felt like.
I mean, the good part about that is you didn't get it on your lower back with an arrow pointing down. It says enter here.
That day I met the Undertaker, when I told him I loved him 3 times, I could have turned around and said, "Would you sign this?"
You should. That would have been great. You should have said, "Hey, can you do me a favor? I love you. I mean, can you do me a favor? Oh, yeah, I love you. I love you so much. I have right here. Do you mind signing it? Because then I'm going to get your signature tattooed right underneath the logo. Because you know why? Because I love you."
You're the fucking worst. Oh my God. Dude. I'm never going to live that story down.
Tattoo Undertaker Stone Cold. That's great. I'm still fascinated that you were sloshed in South America at age 13.
Yeah, dude. that was the first time I ever got drunk like that, and one of the worst like hangovers, and yeah, it was wild.
That's funny.
But
That's
that leads me to one of my questions I wanted to ask you.
oh
You know, I
geez.
have my tattoos. I don't regret.
I've never had a tattoo in South America.
I'm getting my headbangers tattoo around the navel.
Oh, that's not going to be a nipple tattoo. Mosh on one nipple and Thrasher around
On
the
the
other.
other side.
That's got to go around like Mosh.
Oh God, that sounds so painful, dude. I just touching it and thinking of that.
Just the tattoo or having Thrasher on your nipple.
Well, I had Thrasher break 3 of my ribs, so
That's where you got to get the tattoo. Thrasher was
around the
here.
ribs it says Thrasher was here.
Yes, Thrasher was here.
So I don't know if you saw Chaz. This was a few weeks ago. Rhea Ripley was posting about fans sending stuff to her house
Right.
and reaching out to them at her house. And you and I talked really briefly about this, but I wanted to ask you about fan interactions. You know, you guys at WrestleMania 13, you did the public workout, you did all the events and stuff like that. From promotional standpoints, I wanted to ask, and I've been meaning to ask you this for ages, about wild fan interactions, unacceptable fan interactions, what you think is going too far. Like, I can only imagine, knowing you the way I do, how you would react if you got home and some Headbangers fan was standing in your doorway, like, "Hey, can you sign this?"
Yeah, it's never been that crazy. I have gotten mail, even down here in Florida. I've gotten mail sent to my house
From
uh,
fans?
from fans. How they got my address, I don't know. And I took that stuff and I opened it up and I was like, oh, look, here's a cool looking card. Oh, this is a cool picture. And I just kept it because the last thing I was going to do was sign something and send it back.
And validate it.
Yeah,
Validate that behavior, right?
right. Because now they'd have my address. Like I figured, my thought was, if I got something in the mail and I didn't send it back, they're going to think, oh, it got lost, or that
Or it was
got
the wrong address.
wrong address, lost or wrong address. Yeah, because the last thing I want to do is let them know exactly. Because now, with the way the internet is, and listen, wrestling fans are the best. 100%, they're the best. They're diehard. Um, they're
Passionate.
passionate. Yeah, they're the best. But at the same time, they can be creepy as hell.
Yeah. At the
Uh,
same time, they're also the worst sometimes.
yeah, exactly. So the last thing I would want was for someone to know, oh my God, I sent this to Chaz and he signed it and sent it back to me. I now have his address. All of a sudden now my address is posted all over the internet.
Yep.
Um,
Good call.
so I would never sign it and send it. And I never went that far to get like a PO box or anything like that. Some fans, I mean, back in the day when before 9/11, you could get through security to hang out at the gate at the airport.
Mm.
So we would come off the airplane and there'd be sometimes 2, 3, 4, 500 people standing there, knowing how they knew like what flight we're in, or I mean, they would know like the town we're in before. So, but how they knew like what flight we were on, I don't know. But it
Just
was
at the gate?
at the gate because
Holy
you could get through
what?
security. So, you get up, you wrestle at night, you get back to the hotel 11, 12 o'clock. Then you got to get up at 3:30 for a flight. You take the flight, you try to sleep, you're exhausted. So it's 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. You're getting off the plane, and there now you have 200 or 300 people standing there. And some of the guys, it's like head down, sunglasses on, hats on, and they just want to plow through. But then you have people like Glenn and I, who our whole gimmick is being, oh, we're up all night partying, and look at us now, like we're still going, and you're there to have fun, and so you try to interact because you don't want to have that my Pete Rose moment. You don't want to have that any moment with them. I never want anybody to have that. So you try to accommodate. The negative with that is when you go into the bathroom and you close the door on the stall and people were like, "Hey, can you sign this? Yeah, you want me to pee on it, or you want me to wipe my ass with it? Like, what would you like
Wait,
me to do?"
outside the stall?
Oh yeah, they would follow you. They followed us into the bathroom, and like let's say you're sitting down to poop in the stall in the bathroom at the airport. Oh yeah, they would slide something underneath and go, "Hey, can you sign this?" 100% true story.
What?
Yeah. Then you're out at a restaurant, and it's just social awareness. Like, just be courteous of people, because I've said this before. You want to have, like me, I want to have a good reputation. I don't want anyone to ever walk away from me and say, "Oh my God, I met Mosh, Headbanger Mosh, and he was such an asshole." Like I talk about Pete Rose. I don't want anyone to have a Pete Rose experience with me. I want them all to have that Mike Tyson experience with me that I had with Mike Tyson, which was amazing. That's what I want everyone to walk away with. The problem is they don't know when to approach sometimes and when not to. For instance, I could be sitting at a restaurant eating, and I literally have the fork like this, and I'm like, and all of a sudden there comes a piece of paper underneath, and they're like, "Hey, can you sign this?" And I'm like, "Trying to have dinner. Can I at least eat dinner?" So when they do that, that's when celebrities will go off on someone. So I kind of understand why they would go off. And I would say to them, "Listen, I don't mind. I don't mind taking pictures. I'll do whatever you want. Can I just finish my meal? Like, I'm out with
Yeah.
whoever I'm out with. Like, I want to finish my meal. That's all I want to do. Let me eat. I'll take all the pictures. I'll sign all the shit you want. Just let me eat."
I mean, you would think it's common courtesy, but it really isn't for you guys. It really is not.
They feel, because you're on TV, they almost feel like,
You owe them.
yeah, you owe them. They're actually, it's conversation I had a lot this weekend was about people feeling entitled.
Ah.
They feel entitled because they pay to see me. Like, without them, I'll agree 100%. Without them, I don't have a job. Without them, I don't get paid. Without them, I don't make the money I make. So they feel entitled that they have the right to do whatever they want, but they don't. You don't. You still have to respect boundaries and barriers and things like that. But some do, some don't. Some understand. There's plenty of them that go, "Listen, I understand, no problem at all. Like, I can wait." And other people are like, "Oh, well, I'm done my meal. I'm getting ready to leave." Well, sorry, I'm still eating mine. Like, so because you're done, you're ready to leave, I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing and eat my shit cold. Like,
No.
the one time that comes in my head, I was literally at Olive Garden. That's why I keep having in my head, if you want my ravioli to get cold, like, ravioli. I like hot ravioli with my hot meat sauce on it. Like, I don't want it cold. Yeah, that's how some people act. So
Now, have you ever? Because Rhea talked about the at home thing, which you've experienced, which is fucking wild to me that people mailed stuff to your house. But the other thing she mentioned was being accosted. Like, hearing you talk about Chaz, 200, 300 people at an airport gate just makes my skin crawl. Have you ever experienced or been witness to, or even respond to, like, fans that get hostile? Like, you just mentioned the ones that feel entitled, but when they mug somebody or like corner them or corral them, or you see, 200-300 fans circling around a female wrestler, let's say, or a smaller wrestler that can't get away, like, what are your thoughts on that type of shit?
I mean, that's just creepy and weirder than normal. I've never experienced that. And again, when we were traveling, we didn't have a lot of the females. Our females were Terry Reynolds, Sable. We had China, so we didn't have that many. We had maybe 3, 4, 5, females with us. And if they got uncomfortable, they had all of us. So there's a lot more female wrestlers now than there was. I hate saying back in my day, but back then, ever since Paul Heyman said, I don't like when it's that say back in my day, I hate saying it now. But yeah,
Back in those days.
back in those days, yes. The female, females weren't as prominent as they are now. So there's not as many, but I've never had that experience of being like backed in a corner or felt threatened and again, there's, Terry Reynolds or Sable could have, but I never experienced or witnessed anything like that. No.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I had a stalker situation a few years ago from this girl that came and saw me at trivia. And then next
Right.
thing I knew, she was showing up to all the wrestling events that I was doing, and I didn't know she was a wrestling fan. And then if I would post, let's say I would post, "Hey, Chaz and I hanging out at the ale house, selfie." Chaz, I swear to goodness, within 30 to 45 minutes, she was waltzing into the place. And at first wouldn't interact, would just sit where I could see her, and I didn't think anything of it. Like, oh, she likes to party too, whatever. And then I started testing the theory, like posting where I was going to be or whatever. And then literally just walking in for a second to see if she was there. And then she found out where I lived. And that was a fun time.
Yeah, that's not fun at all. Yeah, finding out where you live that's the weird part for me. The going to the house part. Like that
Yeah, you really.
that's when all bets are off. There's no boundaries, there's no nothing. And those are what do you want to call them? Batshit crazy people right there. Batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy is a good way. A good way to put it.
Crazy. Yeah, so you literally had never mind.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say, so you had like a cow or a jackass following you around as a stalker. I don't even know where that came from. It just popped into my head.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah, okay.
We're creeping up on the 21-minute mark, and I asked sorry, I asked you a question last month. We're losing control.
This other thought that popped into my head. I am gonna. I will hold this until we're off. I will not say this one. I'll say it when we're off.
Oh God.
It's not bad. It's funny, but
these days.
I can't call Jenny a stalker. So
oh my God.
stalked you at the ale house.
Yeah, and now we're married.
Or, actually, the thought is it was the other way around. You were stalking her.
And you know what? That
makes more sense.
That's a lot closer to the actual truth in that part, because yeah. See, good save. You started turning heel, and then you did the baby face turn at the end.
Listen, I can't do that. It's bad.
Chazzer,
up with you. Yeah.
You are a certified trainer at the WWE PC. And last week we had a lengthy talk. I got messages from people that were super pumped about how insightful it was to hear you talk about some of the ins and outs. And, especially now with the Unreal show, hearing your viewpoint is like, I didn't realize obviously I know how lucky I am to have you in my life, but to be able to be the conduit that gets that information out to other people that are interested, to aspiring wrestlers. But we talked about trained indie guys coming to the PC versus athletes that have, forget no knowledge, they have no passion, they don't have a favorite wrestler. And I asked you to ponder, what side of the fence do you prefer to work with? Do you prefer to work with guys that know the business, know who you are, have the passion, but have bad habits? Or do you prefer to work with people that have no habits, but also have no foundation, no heartfelt interest, no vested interest in the business?
So the simple answer, I can wrap that up with one word. The honest answer is yes. Or both.
Both.
And here's why. I want to work with people that are coachable and want to learn and want to get better. You've been on plenty of indie shows. We've talked about this before, how you walk up to someone and you go, hey, so I saw you did this and this. Maybe next time you should try this instead. Like, you got the arm, go around this way. And, I hate the thing of them going under. And they're like, oh, yeah, I know. Okay, well, if you know, then why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Because you don't know. Those are the people that I'm like, okay, and I just walk away from. And I'm like,
I got no time for you.
Right? They think they know it all. Like, I don't know it all, but I see things because my thing is details. I'm very detailed oriented, especially when it comes to wrestling. We've talked about it before. Details separate guys that are good and guys that are great. That's what separates it is details. So for guys to sit there and go, I know, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I know, I'm done with you, so please go away. But then you get the guys that are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yes, thank you. Like, yes, sir. Okay, thank you. So the real answer is to be coachable. I want to work with anyone that's coachable, wants to get better, wants to learn. Because sometimes it's happened to me at the PC where I've been like, hey, why did you do it this way? And because now I've kind of, I guess I've changed my approach a little bit. Instead of going up to them and saying, hey, I saw you did this and this. Why don't you try it this way? Now I ask them up front, hey, I saw you did this and this. Why did you do it that way? I get their answer, and then I go, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense to me. But hey, just maybe keep this in mind next time. Maybe try it this way instead, because I've run into a couple of times where I've gone, hey, I'm going to be, when I first start again, I say when I first started again, I've been there 5 times. I've been there 5 weeks total in the last year. But I was like, oh, I'm going to be Joe Coach here. I'm going to walk up and I'm going to fix this little problem right here. And I've walked up and been like, hey, so why did you do it? You did this and this. You should do it this way. And then they go, well, I did it this way for this reason. And I go, oh shit, yeah, that's a good reason. Like, so I've learned now to go up and I ask them. I saw.
So now you ask first.
Yeah, I ask them. Okay, so you did, I don't know, you did this move, then you went here, and then you did that. And again, I wish I could give you a better example of then.
No, but I get what you're saying.
But you did this, and this. Why did you do it that way? I'm just curious. Why did you do it that way? Then they explain it to me, and then I go, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense, and I understand. But if you want to try something maybe a little bit different, because maybe everyone does it that way, maybe you try it this way, or you go under. Like we're working on going into arm bars. Perfect example. And they were locking up, and then they were lifting the arm, and then going under this way. You know how you push the arm up, you take it, you twist under.
Yeah.
I said, how about if you do this way? You go to lock up, and this is what I did. You got to move my cord here. You go to lock up. As soon as you lock up, bam. Just take your right arm right on the left. You're barely locked. Just as you touch, bam, you take it, you twist under. Now you got them. And they're like, oh, yeah. But it's little things like that. But I've learned to ask them why they do something a certain way before I give them what I think is the best advice. But I will say this, the guys or people with no experience, it's good and bad. And the good is they have no bad habits. So, they're learning their own things on their own. That's the good. The bad part is they don't understand storytelling in matches. The indie guys, not all of them, don't get me wrong, not all of them. Some of them know how to tell stories, and they get telling a story. So that's kind of the big difference, if that answers your question at all of what we talked about.
Absolutely.
Kind of both.
Not only did it answer the question, but you mentioned the pros and cons on both.
Yeah. So, indie guys come in, they have their way set. The biggest thing with the indie guys is the ID guys coming in is they have to learn the WWE way. They have to learn how, WWE wants things done, how NXT wants things done. The guys coming up through the PC, they know because they don't know any difference. So what I tell the ID guys is, okay, now that you're here and you have this opportunity, when you leave and you go do the indie shows, you need to take what you have here and do it there. Because if you're just doing it here once a month, then it's senseless. You're wasting your time. You need to take what you're learning now and go do it on indie shows. I go and then be a proponent of the ID program. You got to, sell the ID program and go and explain to them. Now you're teaching everyone else, no, listen, this is not what you're doing is not what WWE wants. Like you have no shot of getting there. This is what they want. This is what they're training me to do. So this is the way we're going to do it.
Yeah, be an ambassador.
Better. Yes.
And apply it.
Yes, 100%.
Man, it I was just about to ask you something, and it just it just flew out of my brain. The WWE ID program.
Orange.
That's some you can't. What's that?
I said you need orange juice.
Yeah, probably. That's not you can't sign up for the W. Oh, that's what it was. Chaz, do you have examples? Because I've heard this for years. The WWE way, the WWE way. You know, guys that came over from WCW had to learn the WWE way. Some adapted, some didn't. What? I know this is probably a really tough question or obscure. What does that mean?
It is. It's kind
Is
of like
is that is that, is that too long winded for this episode?
no. It's just it's funny because I don't really know what the answer is for that because
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be one of those situations because if you've been doing it like you have for over 30 years, how do you
I
put
mean,
that into word? You know, it's just natural.
yeah, I've never been with WCW, so I don't know that way. I know how our culture was. I can tell you this: the style that the NXT guys are doing is a little different. Now, I talked about this last week. The style NXT
Mhm.
guys are doing is a little different than the main roster, which is I think is good because when they get up there, it's gonna it changes things. You still have, what happens with the main roster is it's everyone doing the same thing over and over and over. But when you incorporate these NXT guys in and gals, it changes it. It gives it a different pace here and there on the show. Um,
And you think it's easier to slow down the NXT guys when they get to the main roster than it is to have to speed them up, right?
oh, much easier to slow them down. Much,
Okay.
much, much easier to. I think it's much easier to slow them down because I did this one drill with them. I don't know, a while back, and I said to him, I said, we're not talking. The only time you're allowed to talk or use your mouth with any kind of, and I'm talking selling, like you're not like, oh, ouch, ooh, no, nothing. It's all body language and facials to sell. The only time you're allowed to talk is if you're calling a spot. Call the spot,
Mm.
and they all said it slowed them down because they had to think like, oh, my arm, like you can't, somebody's got me an arm bar. Me, I'm yelling, oh shit, my arm, oh my fallopian tubes. You know how you're yelling at like so I say fallopian tubes, we used to do that.
Yeah.
But you got the arm and you're going, ow, oh shit, and then you're like, okay, boom, like take that, like whether you're getting heat on someone or someone's getting heat on you. I said it's all facials and body language, and they all slow down. And when they slow down, what happened? They didn't get blown up
That's
because
uh, that's awesome, dude.
how it is when you're working and then you're going and you're talking, and now you're starting to think, and you kind of go, and then you get blown up, and the more you get blown up, the sloppier you get, the people get hurt. The more you're blown up, the faster you, for some reason, you want to go. So literally, that's what they all said. I was like, "What did you guys get out of this?" And they were like, "It slowed us down." So I think it's easier to slow someone down than to tell them you got to go. Go. You know what I mean? I think it's
Yeah,
easier to
is that a drill you learned at the Monster Factory, or did you come up with that?
no. I I actually I got it off Chat GPT to be honest with you.
Hey, but that's all. But see, like, who
I
would have
was
thought to even look that up?
I was filling again. I'm a detailed guy, and one of the things I put in Chat GPT, I was filling in for Terry Taylor and his class all week, and I put in Chat GPT like details and details in pro wrestling, like what matters, what doesn't. And I had a whole conversation with Chat GPT, and that's when I came up with it. And then the other thing I did before then, at the beginning of the week, I said to him, "We're throwing no punches.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
There's no punches." So it got them slowing down again to get there. Like, oh, I'm not. What am I going to do? And they're like, "Can we throw strikes?" I go, "You can throw any strike you want, just no punches." And I don't even want to punch to the gut, like no punches whatsoever. Get creative, figure something else out. And yeah, it was fun. But yeah, Chat GPT, believe it or not, helped me come up with a couple of different drills.
That's amazing.
From yeah, yeah, Chat GPT.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
I think the Chaz TV turned off.
Oh,
The TV behind you is off.
It went to sleep. I had to turn it back
There
on.
it is.
It went to sleep. Turned it back on.
Chazzer, you got any bookings this weekend, or you're off the road for a while?
Hold on a second. Brian got blown up tying his shoe.
Meanie, I saw you on AEW a little while back, and I was so happy at the show. Chaz, you know, my little one Harrison is autistic. He's 9 years old, and he hears me talk about wrestling all the time. And when he saw Meanie come out, he saw me get so excited, and Harry was like, what's going on, Daddy?" And I explained to him my fandom of the Blue Meanie. Just as I explained to him the Meanie dance, Brian starts busting out with Harry was so happy to see the connection of why I was marking out.
I can tell you this. Meanie and I will both be doing the Meanie dance tonight. Maybe, I mean, I will struggle to stay awake. But the Phillies win tonight. They clinched the division for the second year in a row. We were hoping it happened yesterday. But
Chazzer, wait. Did you see the video of the lady that took the ball from the kid?
Oh yeah. She's a legend now in Philly. She's such a legend in Philly, and this is how great Philly is. And Brian will tell you, this is one of the greatest things about the city of Philadelphia. Like, people want to bash Philly because we threw ice balls at Santa Claus and
Santa
and all this other stuff. But Philly's such a great town. I think it was 2 or 3 games later, somebody caught a ball. And the entire section started chanting, "That's my ball. That's my ball. That's my ball." You could hear it on TV. Like, that's the great thing about Philly is stuff like that.
But I was reading, man, the kid got obviously balls.
Philly fanatic of wrestling.
Yes, we concur.
Let me ask Brian this. Brian, do you agree? I said this to my brother yesterday. I said, if the Phillies would have clinched yesterday, would that have been one of the greatest homestands in the history of the Phillies? Because it was 7 games. They would have went 7-0. They would have went 7-0, clinched the division, but more importantly, out of those 4 games, 4 of those wins out of the 7 were against the Mets, and it pushed the Mets almost out totally. My feeling is that would have been one of the greatest homestands ever in the history of the Phillies, but they lost yesterday, so they blew it.
Oh, I just told Jen. It's so funny that we're talking about this now, Chaz. On Sunday, I told Jen, I saw a video of Eddie Vedder from my favorite band, Pearl Jam, at a Cubs game, and I said, I want to go to a baseball game. I've never been, and Jen doesn't think that I would enjoy it because I don't know anything about sports, but they look like they're having so much fun, and you talk about it like it's so much fun. Why can't I have fun?
I love baseball because what people don't understand. Well, first of all, the game's sped up a lot now because they have the pitch clock. So you only get like 15 seconds in between pitches or 20 seconds on base. So it's sped up. You don't have the 8 timeouts. You don't have 3 minutes in between pitches anymore. So it's sped the game up. And at first, even me as a purist, as a baseball fan, I was like, oh my God, this is going to suck. It's going to mess baseball up. It's actually helped baseball a lot. It's made it more enjoyable because the game goes a lot faster. The only negative is you don't have time. You don't have as much time to go grab a beer in between innings. Because there's even a pitch count for in between innings. You only have 2 minutes to get out on the field and get warmed up and get ready now. So everything's a lot faster. But the thing I love about baseball is the strategy behind it. There's a lot of strategy behind it that people just think, oh, they throw a ball and you hit it. It's like, no, you have a strike zone and the pitcher will throw the ball here. Then the next pitch is here because he wants to set up a pitch for up here because he's going to strike you out down here. That's the part. And I love sitting there trying to figure out, okay, what pitch is he going to throw next? And then I'm like, okay, here comes the pitch. Yeah, he's going to swing and miss at this one. Like, he's going to throw it down here in the dirt. And then it's funny because when I'm with my brother, we have this conversation about the pitches and, the guy's going to swing at it. It's going to be down in the dirt. Pitcher's going to bounce it on purpose. Here comes a strikeout. And then even when we're not together, we'll text it back and forth. Yep, saw that one coming. So I like the strategy behind it. And plus I play.
And you can tell what pitches are coming?
So down here, Dex Imaging, we sponsored we used to sponsor the Marlins, and we had seats right behind home plate. And I mean, directly, like pitches were coming in like this, you'd see it drop. They see it curve this way. But on TV, it's a little harder to see, but you can see it. You see they have the strike zone there. So when usually the camera angles from behind the pitcher. So so you can see the pitch coming, and you can see it start to drop. It's so fast and so hard. It's hard to see the spin of the ball, but once it leaves his hand, you can see it spinning a certain way. You kind of know which way it's going to drop. Or I know, hey, this guy, I'll use Nick Castellanos on the Phillies, the right fielder. He's got a problem with an outside, like breaking ball that it's going to be down. He's a right-handed batter. It's going to be on the opposite side of the plate, and it's going to drop into the dirt. He swings at those all the time. So once he has 2 strikes on him, like, here comes a breaking ball down, because they do their homework. They know what these guys are going to swing at. The strategy is the part that I really like about baseball.
I had no idea.
Right. But listen, if you went with me, you'd have a great time, because, I'm into the game. I don't mind talking about the game, what's going on. And then especially if I'm in Philly watching the game, you got cheesesteaks, you got crab fries, you got
crab fries.
You never had crab fries?
No, what is that?
Chicky and Pete's. It's so basically, Old Bay seasoning?
Yeah.
So you take French fries, imagine French fries with that Old Bay seasoning on it. Crab fries? Oh yeah.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
And they're crinkled fries? Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah. All right. I want to go to a Phillies game in Philly.
Good shit. Oh wait, here's
Let's
Brian.
Oh. Yes, okay. Nessa, crab fries do in fact sound bomb as hell.
And Brian said, I went to a batting cage Saturday and gave me new respect for baseball players. Hold on.
Did you bring a bag?
Hold on. Did you get in there and did you do Happy Gilmore? Or did you actually
Yes.
What were you doing in the bag, Brian?
Take it to the face. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I like about baseball. I realize that there's strategy in hockey and basketball. I don't understand it as much. I know there is in football. I do understand it, and I understand soccer. But for me, baseball is one of my favorite sports. I sit here and I watch games at night. So even if the Phillies
that's awesome,
something to watch. Like if the Mets are on, I'll turn it on because I'm hoping they lose. So fan and whoever's playing the Mets fan.
See, that's one thing I wish that I was a sports fan. Because I love how passionate people are about their teams, like you are for the Phillies. But I also love how passionate people are for the teams that they hate, like you are for the Mets.
Well, we'll go to football. I'm a Bengals fan. I'm a huge Bengals fan.
Wait, why? Where does that come from?
So it was 1980. I was like 9 years old. The Bengals that was the first time they were in the Super Bowl against the 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers. It was the first year the Bengals came out with the stripes on the helmets. It's the first football game I remember sitting and watching and actually paying attention to. And it was either the 49ers or the Bengals. And I like the helmets. It just stuck with me all these years.
That is an awesome origin story.
Eagles are my second team because I need an NFC team, and I'm from that area, so I take the Eagles as my second team. But the Bengals are in the same division as Pittsburgh Steelers. I can't stand the Steelers. And when I say the word Pittsburgh, and I make a mistake all the time, but Schittsburg comes out every single time because they're the Schittsburg Steelers. Yeah. So I just and I can't like the Baltimore Ravens because they're in the same. If they're in the same division, like forget about it. I can't.
You gotta dislike them.
Yeah. But
see, I don't know what team to like. I was born in South America, but I was raised in Connecticut, and Connecticut doesn't have a team. The closest thing is the Patriots.
That would be your team, the Patriots.
Oh,
Connecticut. I mean, listen, you can jump on the Bengals bandwagon. Our quarterback just got turf toe and he needs surgery. He's going to be out for 3 months, so we're going to suck now the rest of the season.
Oh, turf toe.
Yeah, and has surgery. 3 months he'll be out. It's awful.
For his toe?
Yes. Yeah, because it's torn ligaments.
Oh, never mind. Oh,
Torn ligament.
yep.
Torn ligaments. Torn ligaments in a big toe.
That sounds dreadful.
Yeah. Oh, here. Jonathan says, just don't be a Cowboys fan.
Are the Cowboys bad?
Jerry Jones is bad. The owner's bad.
Oh.
The MVP of their team is their kicker. He kicked a 64-yard field goal yesterday to tie the game to send it in overtime, which is ridiculous.
Holy cow. So in our household, I have people here in LA complaining about the Dodger dogs because they're not Farmer John's anymore. What's the
I have no idea what any of that is. I don't know what a farmer dog is.
He's talking about the food still, which is that's my big interest. But you know, I have twins. Ben and Dexter are 15 now. Ben is a giant Buccaneers fan, and Dexter is a diehard, oh God, Chiefs. Whatever Patrick Mahomes' team is. I don't.
The Chiefs are the Chiefs in the Patrick Mahomes era lost again yesterday to the Eagles for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career. They've lost 3 straight games, and that goes all the way back to the Super Bowl last year. So they've lost 3 straight. 2 of them were to the Eagles.
Oh, I could hear Dexter cussing in his room, but I didn't know what was going on. And whenever the Bucks play the Chiefs here, we have to have like a big family sit down. Like, all right, guys, keep it civil. You know, like we're family. You guys are brothers.
Let's make it better. Let's pat him up. Let him put the gloves on. Battle it out. Whoever scores, you know, one get, you know, the Bucks scored, he gets to hit the Chiefs guy. Like he gets to hit him. But we'll
sell tickets to the show next Monday.
How old are they now?
They're 15.
15. They're old enough for tattoos. Get them sloshed.
What a callback!
Take him and get a tattoo.
What a fucking callback! Bravo, sir. That's how you end a fucking show. That's right there. I'm
full circle.
What a callback. My God, that was amazing. You're good, you're good,
All right, awesome.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for everyone tuned in. Wait, hold on, Brian. If the Cowboys played the devil, I'd root for the devil, Brian says.
Oh my God. It's like, it reminds me of that quote from The Office, Michael Scott, where he says, if I was locked in a room with Toby, Hitler, and Osama bin Laden, and I had a gun with 2 bullets, I would shoot Toby twice.
So let me wrap all this up with a nice little bow when it comes to Cowboys.
Okay.
Glenn is a Cowboys fan.
Oh. After all the context clues I just received.
Nessa, I was at the game yesterday. Yeah, so Glenn's a Cowboys fan. So.
Oh, Glenn.
So special. All right.
Oh, Glenn.
With that being said,
all right. I love you. I'll see you next week, everybody.
We mentioned Glenn's name and the show came to a grinding halt. Love you, Glenn.
I love you, Glenn.
But all right, peace out, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Check out the board behind chatsmosh.com. Go check it out for just there's merchandise on it there. You get action figures, t-shirts. You can book me for appearances through there. Just go check it out. And then while you're there, subscribe. And then while you're here, go to YouTube and subscribe. And then so you get all the updates and other fun, happy stuff as well. Simon,
hell yeah.
Anything you got going on you need to tell everybody about?
Just trivia. And I'll be performing at Marrow Pro Wrestling this Friday, September 19th. Check it out at Marrow Pro on Facebook. And until then, I love you, Meanie. I love you, Chazzer. This was awesome.
Love you too. See you next time. And those of you that watch this after the fact, thank you.
Thank you. You're good, you.